Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Dawn, the owner of Bella Feroce Photography. I'm a portrait photographer here in the Houston area. This channel though is dedicated mainly to food and product photography, and I'm doing tutorials so you can be inspired hopefully. You can get some tips and some tricks on how to do this, and this is so you can do this mainly just from home with the things that you have lying around the house. Today we're going to be working with colored pencils and pencil shavings, and we're going to try to do some suspension photography. So let's get started, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, I just want to show you my setup. These three pieces that look like a white wood floor drop are just leftover pieces of planks from whenever I installed my flooring. They were brown, and I just took a brush and some white paint and just sort of slapped it on to give it a wood grain look. So that's what I'm going to be using. Here I have my backdrop stand, and I have some wire wrapped around it, and I have one of my colored pencils suspended with the wire wrapped around it, so it's literally suspended in the air. And we'll be removing this, or I will be. I won't be able to show you how I do this in Photoshop because I don't think I can screen record on that computer. But I will be going into Photoshop to remove the wire before I take these into Lightroom Mobile for editing. But once I get them in Lightroom Mobile, I can screen record there and show you how I do that. So here, I just have a single pencil laying here. And right here, I have these little acrylic holders that attach together, and they're actually little tiny drawers that you use to put little jewelry pieces in. I do some jewelry making, so I have some of this. And I took the drawer out of this one, and I just stood 3 of the pencils up in there. And then in this bowl, you can see, I sharpen the pencils, and I save the pencil shavings because I want to scatter some of those. And then I may possibly want to try to do some action shots by dropping some of it and trying to capture that in motion. So far we have our pencils here, we have our pencil laying here, we have our suspended pencil, and now what I want to do is I want to sprinkle some of these pencil shavings around. And I'm using the colors of the pencils that are in the photo. I just thought that would look nice. I'm going to move this one out of the way because we want to be able to see the pencils. So now let me take a shot. And right now I'm focusing on the pencils in the back that are standing up. But the next shot I want to take is of this yellow pencil that's suspended in the air. Let me take a shot of that one. That actually looks really neat. Okay, and now I'm going to take a picture of the red pencil. I want to get right over here to the tip of it, hopefully get that tip in focus. That actually looks really good. Now, one thing I'm seeing in here is this little drawer right here is looking, I don't know, just like it needs a little something. So I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to go see if I can find something, maybe a little flower or something just to stick in there. I'm going to go out in the yard and look and see what I have. So I'll be back. Okay, so I went out into the yard, and I have some flowers blooming on my lantana. So I grabbed that, and I am going to attempt to put this, I'm putting it in with the pencils just to kind of give it a little extra something. And we will see what we think about that. Let's see, I need to bend them forward a little bit. They're not showing up very well. I'm going to try not to knock everything over. Maybe if I turn it a little. does not want to cooperate. Okay, hold on. I'm going to start by popping my drawer out from there. Okay, now let's do that. Oh, I think I brought a bug in with me. I did. I brought an ant or something off my antenna. Oh, a couple of them. Oh, well, I didn't know I had ants on my antenna. Okay. That's okay. They won't hurt anything. I got them. Oh, now I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. It just does not want to go the right direction now. Let me see if I can twist it a little. Maybe that way. Okay. And what I can do is, my flowers are yellow and pink, which the pink I think does kind of clash a little bit with my other colors, but I can correct that in post-processing, and I can adjust that pink and make it a little bit more red or a little bit more orange if I want to. Okay, now let me focus on these pencils in the back again. That actually makes kind of a neat composition. I like that. So then I want to come down here and I'm going to focus on the flowers. And now I'm going to go over here and focus on the yellow pencil. I'm basically going to focus on each item that we have. And I'm sorry if you can hear talking in the background. That is my son. So now I'm going to focus on the red pencil. Now with this particular composition, I am only going to shoot straight on. I'm not going to do any overhead or anything like that, because that will just take away from the composition that I have going. I really like what I've got going. So, yeah, that looks actually really neat. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to see if I can drop my last few pencil shavings and see if they'll, if we can get some stop motion in here. Now, these might come out a little blurry. I'm shooting at 1/60th of a second, and I know that's not very high, but I don't want to ruin my lighting, so I'm going to go ahead and try this. If it doesn't work, we still have a great shot with just what we have set up, and it's so simple, and this setup did not take me very long at all. So I just need to decide where I want to focus, so I don't have to just keep over and over. I want to try to get this on the first try. If not, I may have to pick up some of these pencil shavings and add to it. But I think I want to focus on the rear pencils for this shot. Okay, so I'm going to try this. I'm going to go ahead and get my... Actually, I should do this the other way because I'm right-handed. Okay, I've got my focus locked, and I'm going to start continuous shutter before I start pouring. Oh, and you're going to see a big shadow. I can't do it that way. You're going to see a shadow no matter what. I'm going to have to pour from back here. Okay, let's do that. Let's try. Nope, that's going to leave a shadow. I'm going to have to do it this way and hope I'm coordinated enough. We'll see. You're gonna find out with me. I like the little confetti splash it left there. I'm not sure if it... Well, it picked up just a few, but that's it. But honestly, I'm not going to worry about it because I just like this photo. focus. I'm doing my focal points on the tip of the red pencil, and now I'm going to the yellow pencil. I just want to get all of them. And if I decide, you know, I can layer them and have two in focus, or and I'm shooting at 1.8. A lot of people will say, don't shoot food or products at 1.8 because you get too much blur on the product. I personally like that look. I like to shoot wide open most of the time. Now, let's say I was doing a product and I wanted to get like the full name in focus, but it sort of wrapped around a little bit. You know, I might bump it up to 2.8 or 3.6. But for this type of work, I actually prefer shooting wide open. And now I'm going to do that flower. Okay. Now what I want to do, because I'm noticing in here as I'm looking, if I can get this to curve just a little bit without me losing the pencil, it might almost look like it's coloring the flower with the yellow in it. Oh, except for, well, that's okay. I was going to say, it's not in focus, but I can always move my stand back so it is in focus and it's right at the flower. I'm going to do that. Let's just try that. That's the great thing with this kind of photography. You just try whatever you want. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, we'll just try something else. Okay, so now we've got our pencil directly over our flower. Oh, just maybe a little bit more. There we go. So this means we're going to be on the same focal plane. So now our flower and our pencil will be in focus both. That actually looks kind of neat. I'll bend it down just a tad more. I might have it bent up too much. And then bring it forward. Okay, we're almost there. That looks cute. I like that. Okay, let me do a couple more focal points and then I will get to editing and you will get to see that in a minute. And this type of photography, you know, if you're just doing it to practice or you just, you know, are doing it for fun or whatever, then you can go crazy using your imagination and just get creative. You know, if you see something that I do that you don't like, it just doesn't go with your creativity, then take what you do like from it and, you know, add the things that you do like to make it, you know, your own. Or just if you can take away some tips and some tricks. And now that I've got all the shots that I want, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try some of these pencil shavings again. You know, I think I'm just going to drop them from my hand this time though instead of the bowl. So I still want to leave some on here, but my focus is going to be over here on the flower and the yellow pencil this time. Okay, so I've got my focal point set, and I'm going to see if I can maybe drop it. My arms are a bit short. Okay, focal point set because I can hear it. And then okay, well, let's see what we've got. It takes a minute for this to process. Okay, there might be a couple in there that I can actually use. So now that I actually have that done, you know, since I'm pretty much done with this, I'm just playing around now. Well, what I want to do, whoops. Sorry, flower. Okay, I want to take some more of my pencil shavings here. I want to put them back in my hand. Because this time I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to crank up my ISO and my shutter speed. So I want to shoot at least 500. Actually, yeah, I'll try 500 and see. That should freeze the motion. Let me turn my ISO up. Okay, let me just test shot that to make sure we're good. Okay, go a little higher on my ISO. I'm going to push it almost to its limit. Okay. Because I'm indoors and I'm usually using, or a lot of times I use natural lighting, so I have my blinds open to either side light with this window or backlight and side light with the window over that direction. But this one I'm actually just using my overhead light because I didn't want the natural lighting on this one because I didn't want to cast too many shadows. Okay, so let's see. Let's try this. And it takes a minute for the camera to process that many photos. Oh, yeah, I think I got a really good one there, so I might use that. Okay, so that is it for the tutorial part of setup and shooting what we're doing. And then I'm going to go edit and come back and show you the final product. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Now I'm going to be taking my photos into Photoshop and using the patch tool, the healing tool, and the clone stamp to remove my wiring from the photo so that doesn't show. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the finished product.